I cannot consciously go to bed without pulling cards right now. And first of all, I got the Six of Wands. And after getting the Five of Swords pulled a lot this week for a lot of situations, both personal and collective, this is a breath of fresh air. The Six of Wands is my favorite card in the deck because, yes, it is the middle of the journey because it is a six. And it does kind of encompass kind of a false sense of confidence. But where does confidence come from? Confidence comes from us feeling a certain way about ourselves, of us valuing ourselves. And that's where confidence comes from. It's us gaslighting our brains into thinking that we are capable of achieving everything that we want to achieve. And that is exactly where success comes from. You have to start acting like the person who you want to become in order to become the successful person that you want to be. And in this case, we also have the Nine of Swords popping up, that regardless of how we think about a situation, regardless of the negative emotions, the negative thoughts that come up, it's all about getting back on the high horse and having the confidence to continue moving forward no matter what you are going through, no matter how bad the situation is, no matter how bad your days, weeks, months have previously been. It's a matter of getting back up. People who are more positive have a higher chance of having negative things roll off of them easier because they see the silver linings of everything. They don't give up. And life is a matter of not giving up no matter what is happening. So don't become your own biggest critic. Don't become your enemy when life is already tough. Be the person who is going to be on your side regardless of anything. Be the person who is going to be consistently confident, who is going to consistently find value within themselves because you deserve it. Be the person who is going to be on your side, on your team. Do not be the person who constantly criticizes themselves. Because yes, we are our own biggest critics, but also our relationship with ourselves is the longest relationship that we will ever be in. And there is fear in that, but there's also a huge sense of confidence. There's so much growth that can happen with your relationship with yourself if you allow there to be. If you are consistently putting yourself down, if you're consistently allowing yourself to have negativity be your default set of thinking, that is what your life is going to become. And yes, life is not always going to be rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. Life is going to come with hardships, but it's a matter of continuously pushing yourself forward, of getting back up, of putting yourself back on that pedestal no matter what happens, because life is merely just an experience. Everything that happens is an experience, and nothing is ever going to be life or death, and nothing is ever going to be that serious if you don't allow it to be. That's my little digression, my little spiel. No matter what happens, Chariot card is falling out. You are still on the right path. You are still going to continue moving forward. The only thing that you can control is what happens between birth and death. But you know that there's always going to be that course of action that happens, and you decide what happens in between that time. You either get back on that high horse, you continue pushing towards your goals, you continue finding value in your life, and you continue being curious and staying curious and doing things that give you a sense of pleasure, or you get stuck in your head. The world is going to continue spinning, and life and time is going to continue moving, and it's a matter of deciding what you want to do. You either stay in the negativity or you change your perspective. You change how you move forward. You literally change the brain chemistry that exists up here. You can change the neuroplasticity of your brain. You control what you think about. You control the negativity. And yes, that is a very tip of the iceberg thing to say, and there's a lot that goes into professional help and mental clarity and getting the help that you need. But at the end of the day, you do have the power to change the way that your brain works. And if you are not happy with your reality, it's a matter of getting yourself back on that high horse, getting yourself back on that pedestal, and understanding what you value in this world to continue pushing forward. What is it that you are working towards? And it could be something as simple as wanting to be happy and being at peace. But that means that you can't become the critic in your life. You can't become the homewrecker in your life. You can't become the person who kills off that peace. If you are striving towards money, you have to have the confidence and the audacity to work for the things that you want, to work for the life that you expect to live, to work for the luxury that you want without needing to overwork yourself. If you are striving towards a loving relationship, you have to be the person who values yourself and your relationship with yourself, to not allow the bare minimum in your life. And until you can stop being a charity case to everybody and pitying everybody and wanting to see the good in people who are not actually meant to be in your life, you are not going to value yourself enough to get the right person to come to you. You do not chase, you attract. Stop being the problem in your life when you are trying to be your peace. And yes, shit is always going to happen. That is part of the human experience. It's all a matter of understanding that life will continue moving forward and nothing is ever going to be life or death. Nothing is ever that serious, and frankly, the only things that exist are the things that you pay attention to. It's all a matter of neuroplasticity. It's all a matter of how our brains genuinely work. If you are interested in this, Psycho-Cybernetics is a good place to start, but genuinely what you pay attention to is what is going to exist in your life. 555, the only person who can change your reality is you. Make the most of it and don't be an enemy to yourself.